This screen, what in the hell is this? Why is my screen split? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna try to figure this out. There we go. All right. So, welcome. I know it's a random Sunday that I am streaming. Okay, I have been really devoting a lot of mental capacity to developing a film project, and it's a micro drama series that is 10 episodes. I wrote the entire script, and now I'm in like development slash pre-production stage where I already did the casting. I casted 4 talents for this project. I also now am location hunting, so I'm locking in all the locations. I'm doing so much film stuff, and I haven't forgot about my photography at all, but I just want to let you know what's going on. And today, you know what? I'm having some fun. I'm relaxing. How do I relax? I build out camera rigs, quite honestly. It may not be photography related, but it's a camera nonetheless, and it's usually the same camera I take for photos with. So today, I want to show you like my process of how I'm putting together a video rig with my Ronin RS3 Pro. Let me know down below how my audio is sounding. It should be connected. I just bought this DJI OM8 mobile gimbal, and it's got the tracking and whatnot. I love it. But just make sure that the audio is good. Please let me know in the comments how the audio is doing. What is all these? Oh, they have new features on this stupid thing. Okay, anyway. So let's go ahead. I want to show you. You can see, look at right there. There is the rig I'm putting together so far. And I want to put this rig together and just answer any questions you may have as I'm just putting this thing together. So it's nothing major. Let's go ahead and show you what we got going on. Whoops. There we go. Let me flip the screen. There we go. You see right here, I got my Lumix S1II right up top there. I love this camera. Honestly, I mean, it sounds so fanboyish, but it is the best full frame mirrorless camera Lumix has ever released. This thing is pretty badass. It's really, really, really cool. I love it. It's so feature rich. The price point is spot on, and you could throw it on a gimbal, and it's freaking awesome. A ton of kick ass on a gimbal. So I have the 50 mil. The 50 mil right here. It's the Lumix S lens. Little 50 mil f1.8. I love this lens. And honestly, their f1.8 lenses are pretty kick-ass. They're really, really good. Compact, only 67 millimeter filter thread, so you really can't beat it, you know? And then from there, I have my RS3 Pro gimbal. I still rocking with it, you know? I think what is the Ronin? Ronin is up to, shoot, what are they up to? They're up to, I think the 4 at least, right? But I love my RS3 Pro. I don't have any reason to really upgrade. It works just the way I want it, and so I keep using it, you know? You don't need to upgrade things as fast as you think you do nowadays. It's usually very monumental upgrades. I had the OM5 iPhone gimbal from DJI, or 4 or something like that. Now I have the 8. And I do notice the big upgrade when I do that. So when it comes to like stuff like this, big old pro gimbals, you really don't need to upgrade as much as you used to. So I have the 3, still rocking it, mint condition, awesome. If you get the pro version, you just don't need to upgrade nearly as much as people like to try to tell you do. All right, you just don't. I got 2 battery handles. Got my V-mount on this bad boy right here. Okay, this is the Neewer 99 watt V-mount battery. It's kick-ass. And I have the Viltrox DC550 Pro 2, what's this called? Monitor on this thing, this little 5-inch monitor. Because as I'm whipping and dipping, I already know this little back screen is just not going to be, it's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it, right? Let's be honest, that's not going to cut it. But I have it mounted on with more small rig, little monkey arm right there. If you could, let me see. Yeah, you can see it right there. Little monkey arm right there. Articulating arm. And I'm setting this up for the first time. Now, the first time meaning that for this setup with the handles, I got these small rig handles right here. Excuse me, DJI. They're DJI handles. I got these DJI handles. Let me put it like this. There we go. I got these DJI handles recently because it went 25% on sale. Okay, from 250 to 200. Boom, bada bing, and you can get full control of your gimbal right here. And I like that because, quite honestly, when you are running first of all, this holding your gimbal with two hands like this is way, way better on your forearms and on your shoulders. And then, but you won't have access to all this stuff here, right? Your modes and your dials and your start and stop. So this allows me to still rock and roll like that. I absolutely love it. And even with all this stuff on, it doesn't seem too heavy. And that's kind of what I'm playing with today. I'm just having some fun with some gear. And I need to connect some more. Oh, look at that. I got my Lumix S5 Mark II X sitting over there. Because I'm contemplating, should I put that on the rig or should I leave the S1II on the rig? Who knows, you know? This is still an awesome camera right here. Don't get it twisted. If you're looking to get into video, you want something affordable and good, you get this thing for like, I think $1,500. Like the S5 Mark II is great. You do ProRes internal, you know, only one file size though, but hell, if you want the colors, you got it. Great stabilization, really nice. But if you can, go right to the S1II. Don't even, you know, pass go. Go right to it, okay? That's how good that camera is. Anywho, so I have that there, and I'm considering, should I leave that on a camera, like a camera cage, and rig that up, and then keep this on a gimbal? But I think I might end up at the last minute switching it to this for the gimbal, and then my handheld shots and talking head portions, I might use the S1II. I mean, let's be honest, okay? Because I'm about 2 seconds from getting the Arilog, what is it? The patch. And that patch costs like $200. But I want those colors, man. I do. I really want the colors. And I think the best way to get the most out of the S1II is getting that Arilog profile. I mean, you just got to do it. So I'm probably going to end up doing it before production. I want to film it using that color profile. And I can't do it with the S5 Mark II. Okay. So now I have some more rigging to do. And you know what? We're going to sit here. We're going to rig. We're going to do some things. Let me put you here. Get this little telescopic action going on so you can see what I'm doing. What am I doing? There we go. Down, awesome. And let's, forgive me, it's gonna get a little bumpy. There we go. Awesome. Oh, it's following me now. That's the other thing I have to get used to with this, with the OM8. It has the module, the AI tracking module, and I have to get used to how good it is because that thing freaking tracks me everywhere. It's crazy. And it could do 360, so I could walk around this entire little thing. And the reason why I bought the OM8 is because my DJI Pocket 3 went kaput. I don't know what it is, but from what I could read, something in the sensor where now like I record with lines on it and some other weird stuff. Yeah, J-Rod, I am having a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. And so I said, what's the cheapest replacement? I don't want to get the new DJI Pocket 4P and all this stuff. I think it has a little too many little flaws in that Pocket camera for me to dump $700, right? The Pocket 3 was great right out of the box. I think they did too much. I don't like that the color codecs changes, the color profile changes when you switch from one mode to another. So the Pocket 3 was great right out of the box. I mean, it really was. You just boop, and then you're ready to go. And the files were easy to work with. It was really nice. So I didn't want to dump another $600 on a mobile phone gimbal. I mean, a small little gimbal. So I said, you know what? the best phone you usually have is the one you got on you, and I always have my iPhone on me. So I said, what can I do to do that? And to use this and stabilize my shot, I said, all right, and the OM8 has AI tracking, that's why it's following me now, and the camera is my phone, so that's pretty cool. And quite honestly, this thing's only 110 bucks. Can't beat it, right? You can't beat it. And if I ever want to upgrade the camera, I just get a new phone. Boom, bada bing. All right, so here we are playing with the DJI RS3 Pro. Like I said, I have my 99, let's see here. Let me stop this thing. This thing's going crazy on me. There we go. It's got, let me get on over here. Awesome. Cool. So you have everything. Got my my 5-inch monitor screen right there. If I can ever, oh, there we go. I like the Viltrox that comes with all the accoutrements, you know, the hood screen and everything in this. So I'm going to hook it up some more and let's just see where this thing goes. This 99-watt battery right here, what's great is I could actually charge, I could run everything off of this, okay? And for anybody who's curious, I have it mounted right here. Let me see if you guys can see that. So you see this little mount? It costs like $7 or something. Clutch, made out of steel. It's small rig for your V-mount plate right back there. And then I put it right on this thing like so. Let me get you guys good to, uh-oh. It wants to tip over on me now. You better watch yourself. Okay. So take that there. Boom. And ironically, it balances really well. So far, it does not feel too heavy on the left or the right. It's pretty good. And I know a lot of people probably in the comments are like, hey, you don't know how to use a freaking DJI rig with handles yet? No, okay, I don't. Because I didn't need to for such a long time. Now that I have my film production coming up in a month or so, I was like, I'm not going to be able to just hold my Ronin like this for, I freaking hate it when I did it with weddings. It's a lot of weight holding your rig, like holding it like this, okay, on your wrist, and most importantly, your forearm. This is so much more comfortable. And being able to have this right here, this controller, oh, it's great. It's great. I could still get full functionality. So I want to connect this up. Let me connect this thing up. You know what? Let me connect this to the battery. There it is. And now let's connect this HDMI from the S1II. Okay. And then I'm going to connect it to this monitor right here. You know what? Let's go ahead and... This is my first time. I wanted to just have you guys just hang out with me as I build this stupid rig here, okay? It's so much fun, though. I love it. Everything looks good. Let's unlock that. Cool. Oh, man. All right, so I got to figure out how am I going to put this in a decent spot. Oh, okay, I could put it on the... I could take it off. All right, that's what we're going to have to do. That's what we're going to have to do. I would have loved it to have stayed right there, but this is going to hit it every time. So I'm going to take that off, like so. And by the way, I'm using a dummy battery behind here. I'm using a dummy battery. 25 bucks. 25 bucks for this dummy battery. Worth it, okay? Put it right there. And then you just plug it right into your mini V-mount and you have power all day. So, where would be the best place? Oh man, I don't want it on this side. I want it to balance out. Let me see, if I had it here, so you gotta kind of play with this. That's why I recommend if you're ever like building out a rig or your camera setup, like before a shoot or something, do it a couple of days before. I mean, seriously. I've I've left batteries home. I've left memory cards home. That happened just a couple months ago on accident, and it's because I thought I knew better. Right? That always happens. You get a little, you start slacking, and you leave the most important things home. I triple check. Look, I have 2 mini V-mount batteries. I'm not trying to play, okay? And rarely do I ever go through one, but I got 2 just in case. And worst comes to worst, I always put the charger in my bag because, quite honestly, you just never know, okay? I've made all the worst, stupidest noob mistakes known to mankind. So I'm just trying to help you guys out. All right, I'm thinking, well, the balance looks pretty good. And that's another thing. If you buy a gimbal, if and when possible, buy the Pro. It balances super quick. It balances super quick. Oh, J-Rod, it's really not that heavy. It really isn't. It feels really good. I mean, it's not as light as just having a camera in my hand, but it's pretty good, right? Look at that. You know? So far so good. I'll be able to better answer that after I use it for that shoot day, but right now it feels terrific. I'm really happy having bought these arms here, which was a gamble because I honestly never used them before. Let's see. How in the blue blazes? I could just put them up here. That seems like a very interesting space to have it, truth be told. But let's see. Okay. You know what? This is what I'm going to do. What the hell? What in the world is this? There's like a whole situation. It opens up right there. I didn't even know that. There's nothing in there, but got me thinking, what does it do? This is what came off, this little thing right here, with the 1/4-inch screw and the airy pins there. Anyway, I'm gonna put the. I think I'm gonna put the monitor on top of the control, like so, and then switch the battery to over here to counterbalance it a little bit. I think that might end up being a better situation. And then I can be like right here, and then I can have direct line of sight with the control right here, if that makes any sense. Okay, let me stop. This thing's tracking me again. Stop tracking me. All right. Let me just see what this is like. Let's see, like this and this. Or, okay, let me just see what it looks like. Oh, you know what? Oh, that's too big. I got another one. Boom. I think I have like 3 of these, but boy, these are one of these little things that you just so glad you have different kinds. So this one here is for cold shoe mount right there. And then this one has the 1/8, what is it, 3/8 screw right here. So if you do build a rig, I always recommend having one of each because you just never know which one ends up working better for your setup here. So it has a cold shoe mount on top of this handle. I like that. A little bit lower profile. This thing here, you never know. It's great for like getting into weird spots and everything, but it is more like it increases the profile. All right, now let's see how this is. Cool, that's on there pretty tight. That's on there pretty tight. Let's get this thing on there. Yeah, that thing's on there. Now, Let's put this battery on this other side. I'm going to need a longer HDMI cord, I could already tell. We're in the blue blazes. Here we go. Let's do that. Like I said, this little bracket right here is so awesome. This little thing right here. If you have a cage or if you just have any mounting screw or 1/4 inch mounting screw and you need a V-mount plate attached to it, this thing here is awesome from Small Rig. And it's like, I think it's got to be $10 at the most. Okay, so I'm going to do this one right here. Cool. Screws right in. And I only need one screw on this thing. Let me see if you guys can see that. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. I only need one screw right here. It's on there really tight. Now I'm going to put this back on. And I'm gonna, let's see, what way? Oh, by the way, these little things, these Condor Blue little cable management ties are awesome too. These are 4 for $20. 4 for $20. Cable management ties, super awesome. They screw right into a 1/4 inch hole or screw, and you can manage your cables much cleaner. It's really nice. I like these. So I'm thinking I may need one. See, this already let me know I need a longer yeah, see that? I need a longer HDMI cord. Good Lord. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna, all right, I have to get up. I was trying to be lazy. I have to get up. Let's use, for the sake of all this madness, let me see. That's not long enough. I think I need like a 2 foot. Where in the blue blade? Oh, shoot. Yeah, see, it's already pulling. So that's cool. That's cool. It's not too bad, actually. All right, let me try to use this one. I don't have a 2 foot. I have one that's like, shit, 3 feet or something. I certainly don't want to have to use it. See that? See how it pulls a little bit right there? Maybe if I do like this, that's better. See, it wants to do that. Okay, how about there? Okay, that's better. That's better. Now, I'll adjust it in a second once I turn it on and do the balancing and see how much pull it's really doing. So we have this. I think I am going to use, oh no, I could keep it right there. It won't get in the way. You know what? Let's do, hold on. Oh, okay, I see. If I took this, here, that's why I like putting on the things before I turn it on, just to see what I'm going to say the resistance is in the setup, because then that will offset the balancing. Let me see if I put, oh no. Right from, I do have to, I already see something right here. All right, I'll wait in a second. Let's turn this on first. Let's turn this bad boy on. Okay, all right, so now it's good to go. Cool, cool. Nice, nice. Okay. Now, it says the balance is good to go. All right. So this might actually, oh shit. Let me get it like, there we go, even better. And give it some slack. Right. Oh, okay, I see. All right, so far so good. Let me see if this will, nope, it is looking good to go right there. Now, we got that. Let's turn this sucker on. There we go. Let me show you guys what we got going on here. Boom, bada bang. We got the video right there. We got the video right here from the Viltrox monitor, the DC550. Looks pretty nice. I like that. See, it's got the touch screen action going on. I always like to have my balance, you know. Oh yeah, you guys can't really see. It looks pretty dark, huh? I like having my 9 boxes there. That's just the way I like it for the rule of thirds action going on. And there we go so far. There's the HDMI. I probably, with this one, I'm going to use a longer HDMI cord. I think this one is like just enough, and that worries me for sure. So I would do, it's not tight, but it's definitely not what I would probably do. I'd probably do at least a 2 foot, because I think that this one is maybe 12 inches. So I'd recommend at least a 2 foot for this. But overall, hold on, let me give it back to me. Let's see how this thing is when you pick it up. Oh, let's come back over here. Better lighting. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that feels real good, actually. That feels much better. I used to hold it from down here and run around like a madman. That is no bueno. This is game changing. Wow. You know? Game changing. Ooh, this looks sick. Wow. And I increased this, like I adjusted the sensitivity of the autofocus on the S1II. And this autofocus is so responsive, it's crazy. It's the best autofocus of any Lumix camera I've ever used. It's nuts. All right, look at that thing. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, let's get up. So you can take in the glory. Take it all in. There we go. Okay, so let me see. Let's see this thing. Oh, there it goes. Now it's tracking me. Okay, so now everything's on. Everything is yep, it says good balance. There you go. Let me switch it. Switch to M. And see, I could do everything with this hand here. If you can see, right? Okay, see, now the tracking is annoying. But you can see that I have my controller right here, which is a game changer for when I'm running and gunning and shooting. I could start exactly when I want to. And I am really happy with this. This is a very cool setup right there. Hey. Very cool. Very cool. It feels good. when I'm holding this with the two handle grip here, I relax like my, what is it? What's those muscles? I relax right up here on top of my shoulder. I relax right up here. Those muscles there, just let them relax and sit, and let your like your elbows drop a little bit, and it feels way more comfortable, by the way. So again, I have the Lumix S1II, got a 5-inch monitor. I got the 99-watt Neewer V-mount battery with the 50 mil f1.8, and this thing is awesome. It feels great. Oh, using this with two hands is a game changer. Holy cow. Wow. It really is a game changer. I don't know what I was doing all this time. Wow. The creativity and the possibilities is much. Ooh-wee. I love it. There you go. So just having fun. This is one setup. I have a real estate video client I have to shoot for his branding video. So this is the setup I'd be using for that shoot. And I actually like this a lot. Now, granted, granted that this monitor is like, it's not centered, right? It's to my right. But for the most part, the Lumix is right in front of me and I can see it really well. And for those times where I'm doing some weird, funky shots and it's not, I can just take a look right here and still keep my shot. And that's nice too, you know? So, very nice. Boom. Ooh-wee. Pretty nice, yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, what's funny is I had, I got in those two sidearms like, I don't know, 10 days ago or something, but today was the first day I actually rigged it all up and gave it a shot. So I've never used my Ronin with dual handles before. So this is the first time for all of that. And honestly, it's a game changer. Of course, I'll leave a link for you to check out these dual arms if you have the RS3 Pro. Okay, if you have the 4, they have I think they have a different version that you could use with this Ronin. But I have the 3 still, OG 3 Pro, and for 200 bucks, it's not even a question. It steps up the fun factor, really, because it's so much easier to use, and the creativity that you can get out of it is so much better than holding your gimbal with 2 freaking hands. So easily, you can have the Z8. You can have this Z8 right here on that gimbal too. You know, that's why I say get the Pro. I went and got the, what is it, the RS2 Mini or something like that. And I outgrew it in 2 months because all of my other cameras, you know, more professional camera than the original one. Then the camera I bought when I bought that, they were more like this, you know, a D850 or a Z8. And it's too heavy, right? As soon as you put anything more than an f1.8 prime. So just go straight to the Pro version. It's always like $200, $300 more, but trust me, you'll keep it for that much, you'll keep it that much longer, okay? It'll work with you and be more adaptable for the conditions you will need it in and the kind of rigging you would like to do with your camera, okay? The Pro allows me to do all this good stuff and it's good to go. And the battery, honestly, is really good. I've never had issues with the RS3 Pro handle battery, you know, the handle down here. And I bought 2 of them, and the only time I needed to ever switch it out was at a, how long was that wedding? Like an 8-hour wedding or something like that, okay? So here you go, nice and rigged up. I do plan on doing a full handheld camera rig with the Lumix S1II. So if you are curious on how to rig up your Lumix camera, definitely you want to stay tuned. I've done it for the Nikon Z8. If you're curious how to rig up your Nikon Z8 for video production, I've done it for the Nikon Z6 Mark III. You can check out that video. And I also did it for the Nikon ZF camera. Believe it or not, I actually rigged up the ZF, which was pretty wild. But guess what? It worked. And I used it in a professional setting. So I can confirm it can be done. So of course, I'm going to do that for the Nikon Z6 Mark III. No, excuse me, for the Lumix S1II. And if you have any questions about that camera, my experience with it, let me know down below. Of course, I'll leave the links, like I said, down below as well. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know, all right? So anyway, I just want to quickly, check in with you all as I'm just hanging out and geeking out over gear. I'm probably going to do some more funky little setups because I'm kind of bored, all right? So it is what it is. It's a Sunday, all right? So until next time, keep shooting and stay creative. Thank you for watching, everybody.